Today we are doing a 3x10. We're gonna do 3 exercises in a giant set. 3 exercises, 3 times 10 reps each. We're gonna start with the squat press. I'm gonna use 15-pound dumbbells for this one. Keep your feet right underneath your shoulders, hip distance apart, weight in your heels, core engaged, stack that spine nice and tall, squeeze your glutes to start, and sit back into your imaginary chair. It's one big explosive move on the way up. Sit back, power up. 10. One dumbbell in your hand. I'm gonna keep that 15. I'm gonna do wood chop, 10 on each side. Squat down, explode up and away. Switch sides. That's a good combo. Next, I'm going to use a resistance band for the row. You could also opt to keep your dumbbells in your hands. I'll show you one round where I'm holding the dumbbells for a dumbbell bent over row, and then I'm going to grab the resistance band for this round. I'm just going to attach it to something sturdy. I'm going to scoot back, get some tension on the band to start, and then palms down, feet extended, knees slightly bent, and then pull it towards me. So that's the giant set, and we'll repeat it 2 more times. I'm gonna stick with the heavy dumbbells, the 15s. For the second set, I might drop it for the third. It was pretty challenging. Get it into a bicep curl. Have it nice and high on your shoulders. Core nice and strong. Sit back, explode up. All right, notice here on the wood chop, I'm gonna be going to my left side, so I wanna pick up my heel on my right foot. I'm gonna sit and then pick up the heel, pivot on the toe, like I was gonna throw this over my shoulder. Same thing, opposite side. Sit back, explode away. Pick up that heel, pivot on your toe. This second round, I'll show you the row bent over holding the dumbbells. Feet right underneath your hips, knees soft, core engaged, hinge forward, nice flat back, pull that belly in. Row palms facing each other, elbow close to the rib cage. 10. Little breather, little sip of water, and then third round. I'm gonna keep the weight just for a challenge. And for this, actually, I'm gonna go back to the band because the 15s aren't very challenging for me in a bent over row. So I am just gonna switch back to the band for the row, but choose either one. Okay, here we go. Swing them up, lock them. Let's do it. Wood chops. Get power in your hip. Switch it. Row, start with tension, feet planted, back strong, pull your core in. Let's row. Okay. Three more exercises. I'm gonna get all my equipment set up. I'm gonna stick with the 15s to do the dumbbell split squat. And then I'm gonna get a band for my legs. And then the third exercise is no equipment, just a bench. I'll use the couch. Okay, so you saw that I put on my heart rate monitor. So really the goal is to keep that heart rate elevated. You're gonna have spikes and dips, but have all your equipment ready ahead of time so that you're not letting your heart rate drop in between getting equipment. Take a breather if you need to, but have everything ready. So the first thing that we're gonna do is dumbbell split squat. We'll do 10 with the left leg leading and 10 with the right leg leading. I'm gonna use those 15-pound dumbbells again. Okay. Back foot, heel stays lifted, but you're feeling 80% of this work happen in that left lead leg. You are trying to drive that bottom knee as close to the ground as possible. You could touch it to the ground if you wanted, but it's not absolutely necessary. So I'm gonna switch it over to the right leg leading. Drive up through the heel of that right foot. Hip bridge with an abduction at the top, abduction. So I'm putting this around my knees. I'm gonna Lay flat on the floor, feet closer to my butt. I'm gonna press up into a bridge and then squeeze the legs out. Tap it just barely, but don't let go of that tension. Good, just 10. And then I'm gonna do an incline push-up, and I'll just use the couch for this. So it is gonna be a little soft and it's gonna give a little bit, but this is just what I'll use for my incline push-up this time. So I want those hands just outside your shoulders. Elbows are going out for this. Chest lowering as deep as you can get it. Core stays strong, belly button into your spine. You can always modify this by hitting your knees, making sure that you are keeping the hips tucked in line, not tabletop, tucked in line with your shoulders. You can also do your incline push-up right here. All right, those are the 3 moves. I'm going right back to them. For that split squat, you're doing strong lower body. You could choose to go up in weight. I'm sticking with the 15s today, but at 10 reps, I feel like I could grab onto some 20s and still keep my form super good. Switch. Okay, back to that double hip bridge. When you're doing this, really avoid this low back arch because it'll take tension away from the glute hamstring that I want to be activating. So kind of rotate your pelvis, lock it in, press away from here, keeping that low back area nice and squeezed, nice and flat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm gonna do a couple more because I lost those abductions at the beginning. Maybe just burn it out here for 10. Keep your hips lifted. Feel a little more burn. 3, 2, 1, awesome. Okay, that incline push-up. Here, core engaged, belly active, nice and fired up, as low as you can get it. Two more. 10. Okay, one more round. Switch it. Last round here. There, take out that round. Press down in your heels. Feel it in this area right here where that hamstring and glute are meeting. Press up and open, down. When I'm going down, I'm not releasing all the tension. I'm keeping it engaged. For this last round, let's do the same thing. This is 10, hold it up. Now open, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There. I got the burn I was wanting. Okay, last set, incline push-ups. On your toes, wrap that core around. Engage, here we go. Press for 10, 9, 8, okay, got it. Little sip going into our third giant set. Again, we're still working 3 sets, 10 reps. We're gonna go single leg deadlift and a reverse fly. I'm going to stick with the 15s. We'll see how it goes. Then you're gonna do jumping jacks for 40 reps and then a Frogger for 10 reps. This one's definitely gonna get your heart rate nice and high. So we'll work this single leg deadlift. This is gonna be a lot of stability and concentration. So I'm gonna go left leg first, back nice and tall. I'm gonna hinge at the hip, keeping my core and spine long and engaged. I'm gonna let my back foot drift off the ground a little bit. And when I get to that full extension, I'm gonna do a reverse fly with my dumbbells. So looks like this. Here's your balance, fly, pull it in, and then this is your deadlift. Here's your stretch, your fly, your deadlift. Let's go. Find a little spot to focus your eyes on, about 2 feet away from your toe. That's 10. So I'll tell you, 15s are the right weight for that deadlift, but they're gonna be heavy for the reverse fly on the other side. I'll do my best, but I'll drop the weight probably for the next round. So let's try it. Switch your legs. One side's always gonna be a little bit better at balance. That's 7. I'm gonna take out the fly for the last 3, but keep the weight for the deadlift. So just doing the deadlift for 8, 9, and 10. Okay, just simple jacks for a count of 40. That's 10. 20. 30. 40. Froggers. This one I've heard Frogger, or sometimes I'll call it just a half burpee. It's just that bottom face of the burpee. So hands down right underneath your shoulders, feet jump out, and then you're jumping both feet at the same time to the outside of your hands, just here and back. sip, and then decide what to do with that fly. I want to keep the weight heavy to challenge my lower body. So I think what I'll do is keep that reverse fly as many reps as I can and keep it with my good form. And then as soon as that becomes too fatigued, I'm gonna pull the arms in and bring it into a stronger movement and do a row with it. So here we go, starting on the left, gonna keep the fly to start and for as many reps as I can with good form. And I got all 10 reps on that side. As I switch over to the other leg, I'm already just gonna switch right into that row. So let's check it out. It's gonna be holding this, rowing up, and then the deadlift. Row is much stronger than a fly. This weight, no problem. Five more. Jacks again for 40. This time, I want your arms crossed across your chest like this, and then a tight squeeze as you open up for your jack. So just here, switch your top arm, switch your lead, and exaggerate that squeeze between your shoulder blades. That's 10. That's 20. That's 30, 10 more. Keep your core engaged. Keep it busy. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Frogger. All right, nice and high. Okay, let's go. Same thing, keep it busy here. Don't let it slouch down. All right, pull that belly button in towards your spine. Remember to breathe. Let's go. No dip in the low back. When your feet shoot back, stay nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. Here's what I mean. No sway back. Hips need to stay up close to the shoulders, in alignment with the shoulders. That's 2 rounds. 1 more to finish. Breathe. You're almost done. You have this, and then 3 more exercises. 1 more set, 3 rounds. 10 reps. Okay, here we go. Back to the deadlift. I'm gonna start with the side that I ended on and do the flies on this side. Doesn't matter, just trying it. Five more. Three more. 2. Last one. Kinda. Okay. I'm gonna adjust my grip. Okay, coming over to the left side, I'm gonna do the row on that left deadlift. If you feel like you're having problems with the balance, don't focus on lifting that back leg. Focus on the hip hinge. That back leg doesn't even have to lift that far off the ground. As long as your spine is nice and long, your core is engaged, and you're feeling that stretch happen in your hamstring and contraction when you stand, then you've got it. You've got the move that lifting the back leg just enables a deeper range of motion and challenges your stability more, but isn't necessary. I can keep it down. Four more. Oh, got it. Okay. Moving on, the next 3 sets of exercises are all really focused on the core. I'm gonna grab a mat. Grab a mat if you want it. Okay. Alternating dead bug, push-up plank, and side plank with hip dips. Everything, again, 10 reps. Alternating dead bug, everything starts here in the middle, knees bent. I'm gonna move left leg with my right arm, keeping the opposite side nice and in place. I'm keeping that low back locked into the mat, and I'm gonna reach away and together. Now, we're doing 10 reps on each side. So this is a 20 rep total move. And as you get stronger in this move, we can start to add some weights. But right now, let's just focus on form. Halfway right now. Okay, moving into the push-up plank. So I am dealing with some wrist injury. So when I'm gonna do the push-up, I'm always gonna show you on my fingertips or on my fists. That is not an indication of how you should be doing it. That's the best way for me to have integrity in my wrist and to feel less pain there. By all means, if you're safe in your wrist and you feel strong in your wrist and you can do the push-up with a flat palm, then go ahead and do that. So you'll see me on my fingertips. That does not mean that you should do it that way. All right, so I'm gonna start in push-up position, and this is just lowering down, down, up, up. That counts as 1, 2, that's 10. So as you do that move, try to alternate your lead arm. So the arm that's pressing up to begin with and the arm that you're letting come down. Try to alternate that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You want to try to minimize hip movement. There's going to be some, but in the next round, start to really think about that and locking in the hips more and how that has to really engage more core throughout from the abdominal down to the hips if you don't let those hips wobble quite so much. All right, the third exercise is going to be hip dips in a side plank. I'm going to start on my left side, elbow lined up right underneath my shoulders. I'm going to do it on straight legs. You can modify this here if you need to. I'm going to do straight legs and then just dipping the hip up and down. This is my count for 10. Try to challenge yourself by not touching down rolling straight to the other side. Arm can be lifted or underneath or holding your head, just up and down for 10. Perfect. Okay, let's go right back into that second set, really just perfecting form on everything. Don't fly through your core moves. Really take the time to slowly engage the movements and get the most out of each contraction. Let's go. It's right arm, left leg, extend away, pull to center, and then switch. Halfway. Awesome. I'm gonna get a little sip. Go right into that push-up plank. All right, here we go. Adjust my mat a teensy bit for you. Straight arms underneath your shoulders, feet wide for stability. Try to minimize that hip wiggle. Let's go for it. It's tough. It's tough, tough, tough. Okay, right into side plank. I'm gonna spin again, give you a good side view. Okay, here we go. Feet straight, hips stacked. Press down into the mat, lift up. Here you go, dip the hips for 10. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If the dip is too much, just isometrically hold. Just hold. Get stronger and progress. Press down, lift up. Here we go. Whew. Okay, let's finish this. Last round, starting with that dead bug. Really start to work on form. Feel nice extension out of that leg as the heel stretches and reaches away. Same with the hand, stretches and reaches away. Try to make those 2 points as far away from each other as possible. Keeping your low back nice and glued into the mat. Make it pretty, make it long. Good. Halfway now. 10, 9, 8, 7. Reach that heel. Last one. Okay. I think the hardest one this side, coming into that push-up, so let's get it. This one can always be modified. Push-ups can always be modified to your knees. It would look like this. Again, you're not in tabletop, you're pushed forward and you're gluing those hips in. Nice straight line, hips move with your shoulders on this, so you'd be down, down, up, up, on your toes. Halfway, come on. 3 more. 2 more. Oh, stay strong. Last one. Oh. plank. Modification here, if you were right here and dipping, you could also be here to dip. Okay, both legs out to dip. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. 10 moves away. Let's go. Press up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it.